Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at some wonderful, wonderful news, which has been put out by Pokemon over in Japan. It is news that we're expecting. It is news that I frankly told you was coming. But now it's official. Reprints have been confirmed of both Terastal Festival and Battle Partners. These are the two most recent sets that were released over in Japan. And very much like our equivalents, Prismatic Evolutions and Journey Together, they have proven to be very, very popular. Terastal Festival was actually not that hard to pre-order. You could pre-order over in Japan 5 boxes on the Japanese Pokemon Center, and that was available right up until like a week before release. It was actually not that difficult to pre-order. Since the pre-orders, it has become rather difficult to get a hold of Terastal Festival over in Japan. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll give you some proof and examples and all of that. Battle Partners has not been as easy. I collect Japanese cards primarily now. I like to buy 2 or 3 boxes of each set, and then a few more of the high-class sets just because they're bigger sets. And high-class sets are the end-of-year sets like Terastal Festival. And yet, as it stands at the moment, I have 1 box of Battle Partners. Now, I do have a box of Battle Partners, and that's wonderful, but I only have 1 box of Battle Partners pre-ordered. It has been a bit of a nightmare to pre-order. So here's what it says over on the Pokemon Center, and for ease of use, I'm using the Google translation here, so do please, as always, bear that in mind. Thank you very much for your continued patronage of our products. We are pleased to announce that we have decided to produce additional Pokemon card game products. Terastal Festival EX, the resale period will be late February to April onwards, and Battle Partners will be late February to April onwards. Furthermore, we ask that you refrain from contacting retailers regarding the resale of the above-mentioned product, as this may disrupt their business. And I love the way these announcements go out in Japanese. It's very, very respectful. They are literally saying, please don't bug your local retailer. We're giving you the information here. They're trying to run their business. Stop annoying your local retailer because we're giving you the information you need here. I love that point of view. I love that they're asking you this. I just think that's lovely. I wish everyone could be so respectful, frankly. We asked customers who are considering making a purchase on the flea market site to remain calm and act accordingly. Basically, don't use resellers, and if you do use resellers, don't pay ridiculous prices. You find a reseller that you can trust selling for a decent price, by all means go and buy them, but don't go and buy at massively increased prices from resellers. It's a bad idea. Regardless of whether or not we receive any further notice, we will continue to prioritize delivering the products our customers want, and we will work to strengthen production and supply in ways not limited to the above. We will continue to do our best to ensure that everyone can continue to enjoy the Pokemon card game. Thank you for your understanding. Basically, and I literally told you this was going to happen, they are in fact reprinting, and they're going to keep reprinting. And we've seen this time and time and time again. This is what Pokemon does. It's what they've always done for years now. And here's the thing. It's very trendy nowadays to turn around and go, hang on a second. Why don't they just print more cards? Why don't they predict this massive uptick in demand and print accordingly in advance? And the answer is they are printing. Remember, I've told you this before. Pokemon is a profit-making business, as are the vast, vast, vast majority of businesses, and that includes all card game and similar businesses. They exist to make profit. That's the point of their business. They have a product which is selling out massively and literally selling out as fast as they can print it, and they are a profit-making business. Obviously, they're going to print more. Hey, you've got this super popular product which is guaranteed to sell and make you money. Do you fancy printing more of it so you can guarantee yourself making lots of money? Obviously they do. I know people, I keep seeing weird comments from people like, Pokemon are deliberately underprinting to try and boost demand. No! Demand is not the problem right now. Demand, Pokemon are sorted. It is about fixing the supply, and they are very clearly working on fixing the supply, and I don't think anyone can be even remotely confused about this. So what does that mean in reality? I don't know, but judging on what they've done in the past, booster boxes. That is, I believe, going to be the priority here. So Battle Partners booster boxes, we should expect to see them in the future. We know that Japan has a tendency to do made-to-order products, so it would not surprise me at all if they did a made-to-order run, like they did, for instance, for Ruler of the Black Flame, when that set was sold out absolutely everywhere. Like they did for 151, when that set was sold out. Like they did for Clayburst, when that set was sold out. Yes, they have a history of doing this. They haven't actually done it since Ruler of the Black Flame, and the reason they haven't done it since Ruler of the Black Flame is because between then and these last couple sets, they haven't needed to. And I know that because I've been buying the last few sets from Japan between Ruler of the Black Flame and now. I have not struggled to get hold of the amount I wanted. Now, maybe there are people out there that want a ridiculous amount and they've been struggling. But I'm telling you right now, I've not been struggling to get hold of these products. Even Terastal Festival pre-order was fine. It's the post-release which has been an issue. Journey Together is an issue. I'm not saying there will be a made-to-order run on the Pokemon Center. I don't know this. Nothing has been announced. It wasn't in the announcement. I showed you the announcement. But I'm saying this is the kind of thing that Pokemon used to do a year or so ago, or just over a year now, when the sets were ridiculously hyped. I would imagine we will see a similar thing going on here. That is very much my prediction. But expect it to be booster boxes. I really want the Lillian N file sets. They are basically the only sealed Japanese products I have not been able to get in over a year. They're the only ones I've missed. I've bought every deck building set, every starter deck, everything. I bought all 9 Generations decks. These I've not been able to get hold of. And I know it's just different foil patterns on the promos and not the end of the world, but I would very much like them to keep my Japanese collection going. I think it's fair to assume they're probably not being reprinted. Similarly, the deck building set, which I was able to pre-order, sold out a little bit slower than the file sets. I wouldn't expect to see that being reprinted. Because again, think about Pokemon. Firstly, in the past they focused on booster boxes, and secondly, the whole point here is they're trying to get the cards into the hands of more people. You do that by reprinting booster boxes, not by reprinting a bunch of other products in and around the booster boxes. That is generally not the best way to do this. Okay. And to be clear, this is needed. Because Prismatic Evolutions, right now, if you go and have a look over on Amazon Japan, for instance, you should be paying about 5,500 yen for a booster box. 15,500 yen is about where we're looking. You will find a few listings a little bit cheaper. You'll find some other listings a little bit more. But generally speaking, you're looking at just under treble retail. That is generally what you're looking for a box of Terastal Festival over in Japan right now. Still cheaper than what resellers are selling it for in the West. And it's still actually cheaper for me to... I'm not. But if I wanted to, it would still be cheaper for me to buy it from Amazon Japan at this price than buy from the sellers in the West. But it's still a very expensive product. And we see a very similar thing here with Battle Partners. The prices are absolutely absurd. And frankly, yeah, they're generally running about 20,000 yen. Here's a couple side by side. There are a bunch of others. They're all about the same. But it's super annoying and I don't like it, frankly. I don't like it at all. That's where we are. And this is what was being said in this release by Pokemon. Basically, yes, we know that there are resellers around selling it. Don't go and pay quadruple retail for battle partners. Just hang on. We are going to print more. And I think that's good advice. The fact that Pokemon are reprinting it is not in any way, shape, or form confusing or unforeseen. This was obviously going to happen. But it doesn't mean that I'm not happy about the fact that it has gone and been confirmed. I'm delighted. It is wonderful news. And it's just proof that Pokemon are going to keep doing this. We had the announcement for Prismatic Evolutions being reprinted there the other day. And I know we haven't actually had an announcement about Journey Together. But I think at this stage you can all believe me when I say obviously that's getting reprinted as well. Pokemon are a profit-making business. They are here to try and make money. They have products which are selling out as fast as they can print them. And we had this before. We had this a couple years ago where sets were really hard to find for a while. And then Pokemon upped production until it wasn't worth scalping anymore. Well, unfortunately, the hype has grown again. And now there are scalpers out there and sets are selling out super quick. And it is super annoying. But you know what? The hype will go down again. It is going to happen, and that's going to be wonderful. For now, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how excited you are for these upcoming Pokemon sets. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Jelena Renji, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.